Hey guys, Mike was getting Greasy Garage. Working on the 59 Fairlane the last couple of days. Got the main wiring harness from the bulkhead to the fuse panel all put together. It's, everything's mounted in. All the plugs are on everything. So just a matter of putting the dash in, hooking up the wires. I will say I'm pretty happy with the American Auto Wire harness kit. It does take time. I've got a lot of hours in just building this harness. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't feel you have the skills, don't mess with wiring. Find somebody like myself that does. Because this takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. You have to be thinking about several circuits at the same time. That's how the wires run. But it's turning out really nice. I'm going to be pulling this back out and wrapping it with cloth wiring tape, just to give it a cleaner appearance underneath the dash. I realize that people don't look underneath dashes, but I'm just into that kind of thing. Got the AC and heater box installed today. That is from Auto AC Solutions out of Texas. These guys build a great product. This one is built to fit a 59. Check them out. They got really nice stuff, and they're a lot cheaper than that Vintage Air outfit. That, to me, personally, my opinion, they're overrated. If you want to buy that stuff, go ahead. But check into Auto AC Solutions. Nice guys to work with. Nice product. So, yeah, a lot going on. The next thing, like I said, is to stick the dash in and hook everything up. Run the wires to the rear for the lights, fuel sending unit, that kind of thing. Coming along pretty good, so I'll move you around to the front here, show you what else we got done. Alright, so here we are at the front of the car. I know I already showed this, and it looks a mess right now, but there's a reason for that. So, when I installed wired the other half of the bulkhead plug, I went ahead and wired all of the engine connections to this side, and it's on a harness of its own. It'll get routed. Of course, I got the fuel injection computer and its harness in here. Next thing is to do all the mounting holes across underneath that body seam for the harnesses. I did get 3/4 of the firewall painted. It looks a hell of a lot better and looks nice and clean. Not a bunch of crap on there. Got starting on the fuel system. I'm just working my way towards the back. Trying to get everything done that needs to be done before I put the engine in, so the engine isn't in the way, because if you know Fords, you know a 429 is not a small engine in size. So I'll have everything done. That way it's basically put it in, plug and play. This is the fuel pressure regulator that comes with the Fast Easy EFI. I mounted it there because it'll work out with how I'm going to run the fuel lines. This is the fresh air door. Got it installed. And there's the heater core and the AC core lines through the firewall. I still got a grommet and trim ring to put on this side, but real happy with how that mounted. I used rivet nuts from the inside of the firewall. I used rivet nuts to mount this. As you can see, it's just nice and clean. If you don't have a rivet nut tool and a bunch of rivet nuts of different sizes, metric and standard, you're missing out. Just makes a nice way of mounting things. You don't have to have somebody hold wrenches, and they're pretty strong. So, but coming along, I'm gonna, on this side of things, I got this is my main power line for the fuse box. This is the ignition starter wire. So ran them to this side because I'll hide them. They won't be seen once everything's in the car. I like a nice clean engine compartment. You won't see anything but the brake lines, heater hoses, and AC hoses. So, and radiator hoses obviously, but you won't see a bunch of wiring. That's just how I do things, and makes it look a lot cleaner. However, it does take more time, more patience to figure out how to route everything. It does kind of add a few extra parts and pieces, like how I did the brake lines. Excuse me. But once the fuel lines are routed, then I will, well, first I need to finish up this inner fender panel on this side, the bodywork, get it on here in primer, and I have the main power junction block that'll get mounted on it. I can drill all my holes, get everything mounted to it. That's going to be the air dryer, or the dryer, whatever it's called, for the AC system. Has to get mounted. Then I'll pull it back off, and I'll pull this inner fender panel back off and repaint them. The core support's done, so I'm not going to pull it back off. Got all the rest of the brackets painted and mounted. A few changes. Had to cut out the core support for the AC line fittings. But this turned out really nice. Pretty happy with it. So next thing is, like I say, just continue on with the fuel system and head towards the rear of the car. Work my way from the inside of the firewall to the rear. So anyway, guys, I'm not gonna make this a long one. Just kind of an update of what's going on. The air conditioning system again is Auto AC Solutions. You can find them online on the Google box. Using the Fast Easy EFI. Got the wiper motor put in. This car came with a vacuum wiper motor. This is a modern 12-volt one. And I forget the name of the company off the top of my head. But that thing wasn't cheap. That was a couple $100, but it's well worth every penny. It mounts right up and it's nice. So, anyway, guys, that's enough out of me for now. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Doesn't cost you a penny. Really helps out the channel. We're at 246 subscribers. Really trying hard to reach 500. I've been really working to give you guys decent content, or I hope it's decent content. I really appreciate any and all comments, and if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. So, but this is coming along, starting to really move fast, all them fancy new parts that going on. So once I get done up here, we'll slap the fenders on, start looking like a car again. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Stay greasy, my friends.